the Republican Party, better known as People of the Lie. People of the L-I-E. People of the Lie. Jack Smith's testimony before Congress on Thursday was a masterclass at demonstrating how elected Republicans have become what psychiatrist and Arthur M. Scott Peck termed people of the lie. In his 1986 bestseller, it was the perfect example for this week being the 16th anniversary of the Corrupt Citizens United decision, okay? For most of American history, lying in politics carried a real and immediate cost. Get caught and you'd lose credibility, maybe get voted out of office, and sometimes, as with the roughly 40 people around Richard Nixon who went to prison, even face criminal consequences. The informal but effective enforcement mechanism depended on a shared understanding that the truth mattered and that the law applied equally to everyone. 5 corrupt, on-the-take Republicans on the Supreme Court, however, shattered that understanding when they handed down Citizens United. 5 corrupt, on-the-take Republicans on the Supreme Court. That bared repeating. Okay? By redefining political bribery as free speech, Justices Thomas, Roberts, Alito, Kennedy, and Scalia turned money into power without accountability. In the process, turned lying into a currency that could be minted, traded, and hoarded by unscrupulous Republican politicians. Once political power could be bought openly, the incentive structure in American politics changed. The goal of today's GOP is no longer persuasion grounded in reality. Instead, it's morphed into a sophisticated system of lies and half-truths. Okay? With social media amplification and backed up by a billionaire-owned right-wing media machine larger than any the world's ever seen, the bigger the lie, the more emotional gripping it is, and the faster and further it traveled, the more useful it became to the Republicans. Lying stopped being a moral failing and become the foundation of their business and political model. It is who they are. They are liars. They are liars. They are motherfucking liars. All of them. And they all go home and kiss their wives, husbands, babies, ailing parents with their filthy fucking mouths. There's no morals with these people. These people are rotted individuals. Evil. Pieces of shit. They don't give a fuck about nobody but they motherfucking selves. And that's why they all will meet their maker in the pits of hell. Because they will never see Jesus, none of them. Not the God that they sit there on Sunday and pretend to pray to. They're going straight to hell. Past Satan's motherfucking throne. Because he can't even handle the fact that they lie the way that they lie. It's beyond hell. Lava floor. That's where these motherfuckers will go. Okay? When a lying motherfucking Republican politician can raise money, mobilize voters, intimidate opponents, or justify cruelty with a falsehood, that lie pays for itself with huge political power and even economic dividends. Because they get to the brain-rotted QAnon fucks. The hollowheads, the deadlights, Pennywise's freaks that are easily led down into the gutter. That's who falls for this shit. Okay? That's who falls for it. Okay? Truth, by contrast, becomes a liability. As we saw Republican after Republican try to discredit or shut up Jack Smith in the service of the party's 2020 election fraud lie. Okay? The GOP has become so addicted to lies that its members can't even say out loud the actual name of the Democratic Party. Instead, falling back on Joe McCarthy's advice, the Democratic sounds too nice. Instead, Republicans should always call it the Democrat Party, with an emphasis on rat. If you don't know what I mean, just listen to the Republicans who appear on Sunday political shows. And sadly, Democrats and news people don't even bother to call them out anymore. Great point. Like I told you, some of these Democrats are fucking feckless, brain dead, rotted motherfuckers themselves. They don't get a pass. They don't get a pass. Like I told y'all, no seat is safe. No seat is safe. And we are now watching everybody. And we will be voting accordingly. No job is safe with you motherfuckers. Not as long as y'all out here dipping and jiving and walking around in this AIPAC money. Nobody's safe, in my opinion. Nobody. Just want you to know that. Okay? That's the context in which the testimony by Smith must be understood. What we watched wasn't just a partisan disagreement. It was an embarrassingly public demonstration of how deeply monetized lying has woven itself into the Republican Party's operating system, even before a pathological liar became the party's standard barrier. Smith calmly laid out the facts and legal standards, and Republican members responded by repeating bullshit narratives that had already been disproven in scores of courtrooms, in sworn testimony, and on the public record. Bullshit, lies, and rhetoric that only their hollow head, dead lights, motherfucking base would fall for. They believe QAnon, why not believe these freaks? They accused him of weaponizing the Justice Department despite the fact that his investigations relied heavily on Republican witnesses. He didn't have a single Democrat witness on his list for his proposed prosecutions of Trump and followed long established prosecutorial rules. Not one Democrat. All Republicans on his solid motherfucking case against Pennywise. Republicans desperately tried to frame routine subpoenas and phone requests as spying, knowing full well those tools are standard operations in any serious criminal investigation. Like I told y'all in the video back, if you had one of these motherfucking goddamn Republicans as your lawyer and you lost your case, revisit that motherfucker and get a real lawyer to look into it. And then sue the fuck out of their ass for fucking you over. Okay? They substituted grievances, character assassination, and personal insult for engaging with evidence, turning the hearing into material for their fundraising emails and shareable or viral cable news clips rather than a serious attempt to find the truth. Okay? This poisoning of the GOP and its base didn't start with Trump or January 6th. It's been there for decades. Like I told you, every last one of them old-ass white motherfuckers sitting over there on the Republican side are prejudiced, racist, probably owned slaves at one point, and still think the word nigger is fucking hurting our feelings. They're washed up, used up pieces of shit who wake up every day thinking about what was, because what is has outran their motherfucking asses. And they are useless, washed up, brain-rotted fucks taking up space. And they would do us all a favor to go ahead and just fucking die. Get it on the fuck over with. Because you motherfuckers will never get to go back in time. That ship has sailed. And so has the motherfucking reality that y'all are going to keep your motherfucking seats. Burn in hell, bitches. You lying, pathetic, rotted pieces of shit. Later.